Hello, snakes. My name. What the hell just happened here? Okay. Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again. And well, we got some game changers. Literally, this is Commander Game Changers. Yeah. Uh, so, so yeah. In case if you don't know, Commander has 14 new game changer cards. I'm just gonna review 10 of them, including a combo and a non-bo that features at least one game changer. I mean, well, so so it's called Commander Brackets. It's a beta. It um it came out a week ago actually, but since I want to cover the Averdrift a podcast regarding Averdrift lore, then I decided to save this podcast for this week. So let's just go over how commander brackets and game changers work. So game changers are cards that, well, they're just very powerful and could just disrupt the whole commander game. So let's just so yeah, for many people who just play commander just for fun, then, well, it's nothing has changed. It's just, however, there are some people who are playing, on the power levels. Like there's power levels 1 to 10. Some people have been ranking commander decks, with like B grade, C grade, S tier commander decks and stuff. Well, I mean, so people would just like to say, what bracket you play your deck in. What's the power level, and there's also the rule zero. So where you just play your casual deck with maybe one combo, two combos, and you're here to have fun, not to win. And well, so there's another thing, is that is someone's lying and just wants a mismatched game, like some CDH players playing a casual pod all the way around. A casual player tries to sneak into a CDH pod, then, well, there's nothing we can do. But however, just try and be honest. Don't say your deck is weak and then just proceed to one shot everyone on turn 4. That's not a weak deck. However, I don't know if on the other way around, if you're playing a weak deck, or weak for CDH standards, and you try to bump into a CDH game, your only hope of winning is they just fight each other off and underestimate you. But just remember, this is a beta test. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about the commander brackets. So, brackets, there are 5 of them. So brackets 1 to 3 are different levels of socially focused play, and brackets 4 and 5 are higher power. So there's some cards that, some effects that, so 2-card combos, extra turns, mass land denial. Well, depending on some decks, so cards that are like game changers. Hey, thanks for following. It's Astros. Hold on. Thank you. All right. So back to what I was saying. So there are some cards like, Armageddon, Ruination, Sunder. Well, there are some cards that are just, well, I reviewed like the 10 most powerful, but, well, number 1, bracket 1, no mass land destruction or denial or extra turns, no 2-card combos, no game changers, and a few tutors. Number 2, no mass land denial, no chaining extra turns. You can play extra turns, but don't chain into them. No 2 card combos. Um, what else? So mm, so and um, no game changers and few tutors. Level 3. No mass land destruction or denial. No chaining extra turns. 2 card combos are allowed as long as they're late in the game. And you're allowed a maximum of 3 game changers. 4 and 5 are basically the same thing. No restrictions. Except for the ban list. Except 5 is actually CDH tier. 4 is just no restrictions, but you're still, so game changers don't really change the game like itself. However, I mean, it does change the how you're gonna play. I mean, who are you playing with? I mean, so these cards will be are in this list. Let's start off with our combo, which involves 2 cards. This is possibly a late game combo, as you will need Ad Nauseam, that's 5 mana, Angel's Grace 6 mana, and Fastest Oracle, that's 2 mana. So 8 mana to assemble this combo. So Ad Nauseam and Fastest Oracle are 2 game changers, which this combo can be played in level 3, as it is a late game combo, and it fits within the 3 game changers you're allowed to play. So by playing Angel's Grace, you can go below 0 without losing, and you can also, oh, hey Tsukishima, how are you? So what I was saying is, and with Ad Nauseam you can draw out your whole deck. You'd go below 0 and still win, because still survive, not because you can't lose the game this turn. Then with Fastest Oracle, play it, boom, empty library, you win the game. Now let's go over nonbo that also involves a game changer. So good to know that. So yeah, let's see. I'm good. I'm just enjoying life. Just Saturday, I'm gonna be playing a Team Trios event. So with my dad and a subscriber on my Twitch channel. So yeah. But anyways, Opposition Agent and Ashiok. So Opposition Agent is a game changer, as it does allow you to control the opponent's library searches. So you can choose what they search for and take it for yourself. And plus it has flash. So it's an insane card. I mean, because when you search library, I mean, whatever you find, you can just exile it, and then you can play for yourself. As long as that's so, even if they kill Opposition Agent and they're not getting the cards back. Ashiok stops the opponents from searching the library with their own stuff. I mean, with your stuff. I mean, if you do force the opponent to search the library with your stuff, then yeah, then you can still search and take something from them, like Field of Ruin or Ghost Quarter. But other stuff, no. I mean, if they are to tutor by their own means, I mean, which they won't, because Ashiok's there. I mean, Opposition Agent is not gonna do anything. Let's go to our number 10, and we got. So So we got the Bolus's Citadel. The Bolus's Citadel is a 6 mana legendary artifact, and you can look at top card anytime, and you can cast the top of the library, or you can play the top card. Like you can look and play the top card, and if you cast a spell from there, you have to pay life instead of the mana cost. You can tap and sacrifice 10 non-land permanents to make each opponent lose 10 life. It can sacrifice itself, but I suggested you don't, unless if you exactly got 10 and you're gonna try and kill the opponent. But I mean, well, this card just lets you onslaught with your own stuff. I mean, you just start pulling out all the spells, all the land. I mean, well, one land you can play if you haven't played a land. I mean, if you're playing Bolus's Citadel, make sure you haven't played a land this turn, as a land will cut off, your thing. So you can, so if you haven't played a land, you can play one land with the Bolus's Citadel, and then continue with the process. So with a lot of life gain, this can actually be very strong. So yeah. Anyways, that's our number 10. I mean, this is basically a winning con. So yeah, game changer. Playing this card in your deck will automatically upgrade to bracket free. Let's go to number 9. We got Grim Monolith. Grim Monolith, being a 2-mana artifact, does not untap on your untap step. You can tap for free mana. Tap for free mana. You can pay 4 mana to untap it. This can be this does have a good amount of combos. I mean, less combos than Basalt Monolith. However, it is 1 mana cheaper, and it's part of the reserve list, which makes it harder to access. Meaning, Grim Monolith is significantly more powerful. Being able to chain into it with a Soul Ring or a Mana Vault is just very powerful, as you can play this on turn 1, potentially, if you draw a Soul Ring and a Grim Monolith in the same hand. I mean, Mana Crypt is banned, so Mana Crypt's not gonna work, but still, Mana Crypt is, I mean, in the past, you could use Mana Crypt. I mean, it's friggin'... The hell is Canadian Highlander 5? Wait, what? I just searched for... Mana Crypt on Scryfall, and I got 5 points on Canadian Highlander. What? So, Canadian Highlander, in case you don't know, it's like Canadian version of Commander, which is like without commanders, but you need like minimum 100 cards. You can play more, and it's a singleton. So there is a limit of 10 points you can play. So Ancestral Recall is like, wait, you can play Power 9? Oh shoot! So Ancestral Recall is 8, Ancient Tomb is 1, Black Lotus is 7, Demonic Tour is 3, Dig Through Time is 1, Flash is 7, Fourth Urlingus is 1, Gifts Ungiven is 1, Imperial Steel is 1, Intuition is 1, Mana Crypt is 5, Mana Drain is 1, Mana Vault is 1, Minskin Boo is 1, Moss Emerald is 1. How is Mana Crypt worth more than friggin' Monson? Oh my god. Okay, Mystical Tutors. Soul Ring's free. Okay, that makes sense. Strip Mine. Fastest Oracle's friggin' sits. Oh my god. How? Time Vault 7, Time Walk 6, Tinkered 3, Clarion Academy at 1, True Name Nemesis 1, yeah, Treasure Cruise, Underworld Breach. Whoa. White Plume Adventure. Okay. Wait, why is how is Time Twister not on there? What? Oh, there are cards banned. Okay, there are cards banned in. It's Ante cards, conspiracies, of course, racism cards. Wait, no stickers or attraction. Okay, well, wait, what? Cause oh my god! So he banned stickers and attractions from Legacy, Vintage, and Pauper. Oda Glitters is banned in Pauper? Okay. But, um, but in Commander, they're still legal, just not Canadian Highlander. Dexterity cards, Silver Borders, of course, Silver Borders, Acorns, whatever, they're the same thing. Subgame card, including. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, so basically, Canadian Highlander has the same ban list as Vintage. So, wow, okay, that's interesting. How is how is Time Twister not on the list? I mean, it's friggin' Power 9 card, but whatever. Let's just go proceed with our number 8. We got Lion's Eye Diamond, a 0 mana artifact in which you can sacrifice and discard your hand to add free mana of any color. So this is basically a Black Lotus, which forces you to discard your hand. Now, I mean, this is I've not seen this much in Commander, but I mean, this is played in many Legacy decks, like Storm decks and Dredge decks. Play this as you actually benefit from discarding your whole hand, but it's only those decks that replay Lion's Eye Diamond. So I mean, I'm assuming Commander decks, some would be using the same thing. I mean, well, to be fair, Lion's Eye Diamond, I mean, it's also in the reserve list, which makes it a hard card to get. So playing Lion's Eye Diamond in the deck is just gonna could actually speed up like the game. I mean, especially now that Jeweled Lotus is banned, there's not much you can. I mean, there's much less stuff that you can do to speed up your gameplay. I mean, now you only got Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault. No, Soul Ring, Mana Vault. Mana Crypt got banned. Lion's Eye Diamond, Grim Monolith. I mean, yeah. So let's just go to our number 7. And we got a quite surprising one, to say the least, as this one was actually part of a cycle featured in pre-con decks from that set, which was Commander 2020, Fierce Guardianship, a free mana instant, which you can cast for free if you have a commander, to counter non-creature spell. This is basically a negate that can be cast for free if you have your commander. If you don't have your commander, it's just 1 mana more expensive, but still a very powerful counterspell, and possibly the most powerful counterspell in Commander, not in any other format. But Fierce Guardianship is a broken card. I mean, if I'm not wrong, this card and Deflecting SWAT are banned in Dual Commander just because of how powerful they are. But of course, these cards are like, you're only playing this in Commander. If they ban these, they're just getting rid of the card. I mean, well, you can, but it's a bad idea. I mean, this is technically a strictly worse negate if you're not playing it in Commander. So, but Fierce Guardianship, it's added to the to that list. So imagine just playing a precon, and suddenly that precon is tier free. I mean, like, oh my god. Imagine that feeling. Let me just, well, don't forget Dockside friggin' Extortionist. I mean, one of the few Commander precon cards that got banned in Commander. Like, how many precon cards are banned in? Let me just see. So Well, Hull Breacher is so yeah, Hull Breacher is the first ever Commander card to get banned, as it was Commander Legends. Then they banned Dockside Extortionist. And then they banned Dual Lotus, which is a Commander card, like from Commander Legends as well. But we're it was but I mean, but other than that, there's like nothing. There's no act. But one thing that's for sure, no commander specifically, and no commander at all has been banned from commander, except for Edgar Markov being banned in 1v1 commander specifically, just because of how broken it is. I mean, dual commander, to be fair, has banned every single Eminence commander except for the Ur Dragon. I mean, friggin', wait. Arabo, I think Arabo was also banned. If I'm not, I mean, Arabo, Edgar Markov, Oloro, who was the OG Eminence commander, and Inara. I mean, well, let's go to our number 6, and we got. Now, in similar cards to Fierce Guardianship, we got Force of Will. Classic counterspell that can be paid for free. Haven't seen this much in Commander, but it's a 5 mana instant that you can pay 1 life and adds out blue instead of paying the mana cost. And it counters the spell. No restrictions. It's 5 mana or a life and another card. So you're 2 for 1ing if you're doing the alternate cost. However, you're not spending mana, allowing potential turn 1 soaring counters, turn 1s, and also intentionally tapping yourself out to stop the opponent's combo or something. I mean, so this card, I mean, it's not played much in Commander. I mean, it is quite accessible. I mean, depending on how you see it. I mean, you can get it in some Dominaria Mastered and other stuff, but it's not a card you usually see in Commander. So this is technically, a game changer. I mean, this is like, just people in general don't really agree with using Force of Will cards or cards like this. But I mean, you're playing powerful Commander decks like grade 4 or CDH decks, then yeah, that's where you usually see Force of Will. Let's just go to our number 5. And we got Ristic Study, a classic. It's played on lots of Commander decks. I mean, it's a free mana enchantment. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless they pay 1. And well, it's then Ristic Studies as Mystic Remora. Well, Ristic Studies free mana, hits every spell, but they only have to pay 1. Mystic Remora is 1 mana, hits only non-creatures. They have to pay 4 instead of 1. And every turn you have to cumulatively pay mana. So 1, then 2, then 3, then yeah. Eventually you're gonna get rid of the Mystic Remora if you can't catch up or afford it. I mean, Ristic Study is better than Mystic Remora. I mean, Ristic Study can be played fairly early in the game. Mystic Remora won't be doing much if you play early in the game. You can play even before Ristic Study if you want, but it's also a late game card. So yeah, Ristic Study. You pay the 1. Do you pay the 1? Shut up! This is a game changer. We don't want game changers. Take your deck elsewhere. Let's go to our number 4. We got Jessica's Will, 3 mana sorcery, choose one. But if you have a commander, choose both. You can add a red for each card in your opponent's hand. So that's a ritual. And you can impulse draw the top 3. This, surprisingly enough, is played in Legacy Storm decks. As it does, like, you can impulse draw, and it's also a powerful ritual. And sometimes it can even be better than Thieving Song. Because if your opponent has more than 5 cards in hand. But impulse drawing is also a powerful thing, as it is, well, to be fair, there is a card that's better than Jessica's Will in outside of Commander, which was which was the one that creates spawns for each card you don't actually end up getting rid of. But no, I mean, you can choose. With Jessica's Will, it means you can choose to have it as a ritual or impulse draw 3 cards. So it's actually a very powerful card. I mean, it's played in Legacy Storm decks. Though in Commander, I mean, you also see CDH players use this, especially in Jessica decks. I mean, Jessica is a strong commander. I mean, you check Jessica. I mean, there's a like literally, it's powerful. I mean, well, that's basically our number 4. Let's go to our number 3, and we got tutors. All right, Mystical Tutor, Imperial Steel and Lightning Tutor, Vampiric Tutor. Also, don't forget Demonic Tutor. Couldn't really put it on there because that's a lot of cards, but whatever. I mean, it's Demonic Tutors. I mean, 2 mana, but the rest, these are just 1 mana tutors where you at instant speed, except for Imperial Steel. It's a sorcery speed. It's literally just inferior version of Vampiric Tutor, but it's still quite a powerful card, as they allow you to search for a specific type of card, put it on top, then shuffle. I mean, well, no, shuffle then put it on top. So Vampiric Tutor and Imperial Steel both let you search for any card at the cost of 2 life and put it on top. Mystical Tutor, however, goes for instants of sorceries, and then Lightning Tutor goes for artifacts or enchantments. Surprisingly enough, Worldly Tutor is not on there, and neither is Sylvan Tutor, which is a strictly worse Worldly Tutor. Why is that? No idea. Alright, so those are game changers. Plus, they're tutors. Try avoid playing tutors in low power decks. I mean, nothing tells you you can't, like, even at level 1, you're allowed to play a few tutors, but I mean, just like 1 or 2. I don't know. I mean, these are just tutors that are also friggin' game changers. Like, bro. I mean, Demonic Tutor, in case you don't know what it does, it's a 2 mana sorcery that lets you search for any card and put in your hand. Doesn't even need to put it on top. No life loss, no restrictions. Oh, only restrictions says sorcery instead of being an instant. And it costs 1 more. But you get what I'm saying. Well, we're not done here. Let's go to our number 2. We got Yes, Cradle and Sarah Sanctum. Now, if I'm not wrong, Tolarian Academy is banned in Commander, and is also worth 1 point in Canadian Highlander. So there's no need to put it in the game changers because it is already banned. I mean, Tolarian Academy adds a blue for each artifact you have, but well, Sarah Sanctum adds a white for each enchantment you control, part of the reserve list, and not only does it add 1 white for each enchantment you control, and it's part of the reserve list, you know, it's the game changer list, same as Chaos Cradle. Also part of the reserve list, a bit less rare than Star Sanctum. I mean, but it's more powerful. You add for each creature. Star Sanctum adds for each enchantment, but it's only being printed in Urza Saga. Chaos Card is being printed in Urza Saga as a Judge promo in gold border for 1999 World Championship decks, and as a Legacy Championship oversized card. So twice, of course. I mean, well, 2014 and 2022 in Asia. So yeah, with a brand new art. I mean, whoa, with different arts, whatever. But yeah, those are game changers. Very powerful lands that add a lot of mana. And well, and they're very hard to access because they are in the reserve list. So if you're so mainly OGs will have this, and if you're non-OG, then you're just playing this for CDH, and not really that fun. I mean, well, those are the two cards. Let's go to our number one really powerful card that honestly could be the next card to get banned. And it is Mana Vault, a 1 mana artifact. Does not untap on your untap step. Pay 4 mana on your upkeep to untap it. But in your draw step, if it's tapped, it deals 1 damage to you. You can tap it to add free mana. So this card it adds slightly more mana than Soul Ring. I mean, to be fair, it is worse than Soul Ring. However, it is quite a rare card. So having Mana Vault in your deck could speed up the game plan if you don't get turn 1 Soul Ring. It does add 1 more mana. However, it's just a burst of mana because untapping it is an upkeep trigger, not an activated ability, which means you can't really go infinite with Mana Vault. And it will start paining you for turns you're not untapping it if it's tapped. Which means Mana Vault is more of a ritual than a mana rock, in a sense, I mean. But it is playable in any commander deck, as it is colorless. It's not friggin' Dark Ritual or Receiving Song or something like that. I mean, it's not Black Lotus, because Black Lotus adds you any color and is used once, but Mana Vault, I mean, if you want to use it again if you want to bank your mana to use it another turn, then I mean, you can do that. No one's stopping you. But Mana Vault is a game changer. Can get quite annoying at times. I mean, it's not Soul Ring though. If considering how Mana Vault's a mythic, if you have Mana Vault, you're here to win. I mean, Soul Ring's just the must-have in every commander deck, but Mana Vault, not everyone has Mana Vault. I mean, you gotta know that. I mean, Mana Crypt, that was a strong one, and I'm kind of glad it's banned. I mean, I never got my hands on Mana Crypt. But I do have a Mana Vault, which I've been using ever since I got in Ultimate Masters for my Haunted Hightower deck, and it's cool. I just hope they don't ban it. I mean, it makes a nice addition, allowing me to play my Haunted Hightower and turn free if I get the Mana Vault on turn 1 or 2. But anyways, congratulations! You've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe and follow if you haven't already, share with friends, stay tuned to our next videos, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday, 4:30 GMT. So stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And bye.